మంగళగిరి సీకే కన్వెన్షన్లో ఆదివారం 75 ఏళ్ల భారత రాజ్యాంగంపై జరిగిన సదస్సులో సుప్రీంకోర్టు సీజే గవాయ్, ఏపీ సీఎం చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు పాల్గొన్నారు. వివరాలు ఇలా ఉన్నాయి. భారత రాజ్యాంగం అమల్లోకి వచ్చి 75 ఏళ్లు అవుతున్న సందర్భంగా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ హైకోర్టు అడ్వకేట్స్ అసోసియేషన్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో మంగళగిరి సీకే కన్వెన్షన్లో ఆదివారం సదస్సు నిర్వహించారు. ఈ సదస్సుకు భారత ప్రధాన న్యాయమూర్తి జస్టిస్ భూషణ్ రామకృష్ణ గవాయ్, ఏపీ చీఫ్ జస్టిస్ ధీరజ్ సింగ్ ఠాకూర్, ముఖ్యమంత్రి చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు, పలువురు ప్రముఖులు హాజరయ్యారు. అనంతరం కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఉద్దేశించి ప్రసంగించారు. ఇంకా ఏజీ దమ్మలపాటి శ్రీనివాస్, గుంటూరు జిల్లా ప్రధాన న్యాయమూర్తి బి సాయి కళ్యాణ చక్రవర్తి, ఏపీ హైకోర్టు న్యాయవాదుల సంఘం అధ్యక్షులు మరియు సీనియర్ అడ్వకేట్ కె చిదంబరం, జనరల్ సెక్రటరీ సి సుబోధ్, పలువురు హైకోర్టు న్యాయమూర్తులు, అదనపు అడ్వకేట్ జనరల్ ఈ సాంబశివ ప్రతాప్, డిప్యూటీ సొలిసిటర్ జనరల్ పొన్నారావు, పబ్లిక్ ప్రాసిక్యూటర్ ఎం లక్ష్మీనారాయణ, హైకోర్టు రిజిస్ట్రార్ జనరల్ పార్థసారథి, పలువురు ఇతర రిజిస్ట్రార్లు, సీనియర్ న్యాయవాదులు, గుంటూరు జిల్లా కలెక్టర్ ఏ తమీం అన్సారియా తదితరులు ఈ సెమినార్లో పాల్గొన్నారు.
We wanted to maintain vibrant democracy and at the same time nation first. We are all here. Nation is great, we will be proud of it. If nation is not great, all of us will be looked down. This is where I am asking all of you to contribute further. If you see one thing, Ambedkar has given one person, one vote. Even some constituents didn't give equality for everybody. Even women, some great countries didn't give equal rights. Only the country, poor, rich, no gender bias, or even billionaire, even poorest of the poor are having one vote. That is the biggest advantage for Indian democracy. And here, he gave political equality or equity. Now it is our responsibility to bring social equality and economic equality. That type of society, that type of nation we have to build. For that, always I consider public policies are deadly combination. Around 1995, I created one public policy promoting information technology. Within 25 years, Hyderabad, because of knowledge economy, highest per capita income, and also today all Telugu community and Indians all over the world, highest per capita income earners. That is only one public policy. Now we have to see further. Rich and poor are dividing. Sharp division. Consciously, all of us has to create how to bridge the gap between rich and poor. Everybody will have better living standards. I have seen so many things. Now I am dedicating myself. I am working with all your blessings. Wealthy, healthy, happy society.
Today we gather here to celebrate the 75th year of India's adoption of the Constitution. There is a deep sense of pride and achievement for the many milestones that we have attained over the decades. Consider the context in which we began our journey towards independence under the colonial rule. It was not easy. For the British, India was a huge landmass with an equally huge and complex population. What was missing was a sense of accountability to the Indian people as a source of authority vested in Britain and not in the Indian people. On the other hand, the mass of the Indian people who were the non-elite, the concept of constitution, democracy or rights was alien. In many ways, their suffering, exploitation, and oppression made them realize the value of freedom and human existence. Indeed, it was a paradox that over time, even as the British themselves became democrats at home, they continued to deny to the Indian people their basic rights and freedoms. Therefore, the making of the Constitution by the Indian people for the Indians is not just a facet to be stated textually, but is an experience, a reflection of a deep emotion, philosophy, and a sense of belonging. On December 13, 1946, the objective resolution presented in the Constituent Assembly of India spelt out the vision of a new India. It declared that territorial unity and integrity of India should be preserved. As a sovereign independent republic, India would derive power from the people with social, economic, and political justice, equality, and freedom guaranteed to all Indians. It also declared protection and safeguards for minorities, backward, disadvantaged, and the poor. This spirit of the Constitution was later embodied in the preamble of the Indian Constitution, which was adopted on November 26, 1949. Throughout the deliberations in the Constituent Assembly, three concerns dominated the debates: national unity and integrity, democratic institutions, and social revolution in an interwoven way, as none of it was possible to achieve in the absence of the other. Parliamentary democracy with adult franchise was the obvious choice, given our familiarity with the British working in India. Clearly, from integration of princely states to centralized federation, which we call the Union of India, to fundamental rights, directive principles, and constitutional schedules, there is no better example of indigenization of democracy than that of India.
Both the Amravati's have a great historical significance. Our Amravati in Maharashtra is known as Indrapuri, the land of Indra, and similarly I think the Indrapuri here is also, Amravati here is also known as the land of Indra. I'm really grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister, the Honorable Chief Justice of the High Court, and the members of the association, the President of the association, for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to speak with you on the 75-year journey of the Indian Constitution. The subject that I have been given to speak is India and the living Constitution at 75 years. As all of us know that, as the Honorable Chief Justice referred to, after the Constituent Assembly was constituted, the objectives resolution was placed before the Constituent Assembly on 9th of December 1946. It was presented by the then Prime Minister of the interim government, Honorable Shri Jawaharlal Nehru. Dr. Ambedkar, who was merely a member of the Constituent Assembly, was called upon to address by the President of the Constituent Assembly, Shri Rajendra Babu, within 4 days, that is on 13th of December 1946. Dr. Ambedkar said that he was not ready to speak because, going by seniority, his turn would have come much later. But since he was called upon, he said he will share his views. And Dr. Ambedkar said that no doubt that the objectives resolution as presented by the Jawaharlal Nehru is pragmatic, but he said it is lacking of two basic things. Dr. Ambedkar said that the objective resolutions provides for the rights, but it doesn't provide for remedy. And he said that rights without remedy are meaningless.